Children, this is Aniruddha, Mount Trazi School, Jhansi. In the previous session, Biology 12th class NCERT book, we were talking about health and diseases, and we had already discussed all the diseases, symptoms, their cure, diagnosis, and all other things related to that. Today we are going to start with immunity. That means the immune system of our body. Immune system consists of so many different parts, so many different things which are found inside our body that gives us ability and capability to fight against the diseases. Immunity means fighting against the diseases. It is the body's, it's a kind of power of the body to fight against. The organs or the parts which you can see here are all associated with the immune system of human body, such as tonsils, thymus, lymph nodes, spleen, lymph vessels, pairs of patches which are found in intestine, and bone marrow. The system that gives immunity to the body by recognizing, responding, and remembering foreign antigens. It includes lymphoid organs, tissues, and cells, and the soluble molecules like antibodies. They play a role in allergic reaction, autoimmune diseases, and organ transplantation. The lymphoid organs are of two types. In two different parts they are divided. Number 1, primary lymphoid organs, and number 2, secondary lymphoid organs. The primary lymphoid organs, here the immature lymphocytes differentiate into antigen sensitive lymphocytes, and these organs are bone marrow and thymus. The most important and the primary lymphoid organs are bone marrow and thymus, where the immature lymphocytes become differentiated and they become antigen sensitive lymphocytes. Thymus is large at the time of birth, but gradually it reduces in size and becomes very small till the puberty time. Secondary lymphoid organs, here the matured lymphocytes migrate to these organs. The matured lymphocytes reach to the secondary lymphoid organs, which are spleen, lymph nodes, tonsils, pairs of patches of small intestine, and appendix. Secondary lymphoid organs are the sites for the interaction of lymphocytes with the antigen, such as bacteria, virus, whichever has come inside the body, that will be killed at this particular area of the secondary lymphoid organs. The primary lymphoid organs are shown to you in this particular diagram. The secondary lymphoid organ, this is spleen. These are tonsils in the mouth. These are pairs of patches which are found in small intestine. Spleen is a bean-shaped organ, contains lymphocytes and phagocytes, removes worn-out RBCs and microorganisms from blood. It is also known as the graveyard of RBC, and it is also a kind of reservoir of RBC. Lymph nodes, here you can see small solid structures found in lymphatic system. They trap the microorganisms or other antigens. Trapped antigens activate lymphocytes and cause the immune response. Mucosa associated, this is MALT, mucosal associated lymphoid tissues. They are found around 50% in our body. All the tissues are connected with mucosal associated tissues such as MALT, and they also help to give immunity to the human body. The immunity is of two types. Number 1 is innate immunity, and number 2 is acquired immunity. Immunity which is present by birth inside our body, that is known as innate immunity, and this is not specific to any kind of disease. That means whatever comes inside the body, these innate immunity systems will definitely work against that, whether they are capable of defending or they are not capable of defending. Acquired immunity, the immunity which we develop during our lifetime, and this is specifically pathogen specific, where a particular pathogen is associated. Towards it, our body shows specifically the power to kill it. It provides different barriers. Innate immunity, number one, we are going to talk about. It provides different barriers to the entry of foreign agents into our body, and they include number one, physical barriers. Number second, physiological barriers. Number third, cellular barriers and cytokine barriers. If I talk about the barriers, so the first barrier is the skin, which prevents the entry of foreign bodies, foreign particles. Number second is mucus coating all around the organs and respiratory tract, gastrointestinal tract or urogenital tract, which trap the microorganisms and do not allow them to go inside the body. The second barrier is physiological barrier. Here you can see it includes acids which is found inside the stomach, saliva and tear from eyes. They all kill the microorganisms and they do not allow the microorganisms to go inside the body. But still, if microorganisms reach inside the body even after defending against both our immune systems, innate immunities, then the next one which comes is a cellular barrier. And here some phagocytic cells such as WBCs, neutrophils, polymorphonuclear leukocytes, monocytes and natural killer lymphocytes, they all start killing that particular microorganism which comes inside the body. So this is our cellular barrier. They are all cells. The last one is cytokine barrier. This cytokine barrier works only when some cell becomes affected with any virus. Virus infected cells secrete a protein which is known as interferon, which protects non-infected cells from further viral infection. So this is cytokine barrier. Now the next one is acquired immunity, and this is, as I told you earlier, pathogen specific immunity. It is characterized by the memory cells. It produces certain antibodies and remembers the microorganisms till the end of the life, so that whenever next time the virus comes inside the body, that virus is killed. Whenever our body encounters first time the pathogen, it causes a kind of response known as primary response, and it is a low intensity response when at this particular time our body recognizes the virus the virus site, the site of the virus and the site of the bacteria or site of any pathogen. And the second encounter when is done with the same kind of pathogen, then our body responds quickly and with a high intensity. This is known as a secondary response or anamnestic response. In this, what happens at the first time, our body when recognizes the virus or the bacteria, the site of virus or bacteria or any kind of pathogen, it forms antibodies and remembers the memory of that virus or bacteria and stores inside the body. Whenever next time the same bacteria or virus or pathogen attacks on the body, the same antibody comes and kills the bacteria or virus or any pathogen. So the primary and the secondary immune response are carried out by the B lymphocytes and the T lymphocyte cells. The B lymphocyte cells produce antibodies which fight with the pathogens, and the T lymphocyte helps B lymphocytes to produce the antibodies. Here the T cells are of different types. One is there resting helper T cell, and the second one is resting cytotoxin T cells. Okay. The resting helper T cells become activated helper T cells, and the resting cytotoxic T cell becomes activated killer cell. So here you can see. Now here you can see there are so many sites which are shown to you, such as if I draw a bit, this is a site, this is a site, and this is a site where the microorganism is connected, the bacteria or the virus connects with the antibodies, and antibody deactivates the bacteria or virus or completely kills it. So if you can see here a bit, you can see the B cell finds an antigen with which matches its receptor. The second one, it waits until it is activated by a helper T cell. Then the B cell divides to produce plasma and memory cells. And then the plasma cells produce antibodies that attach to the current type of invader. The eater cells prefer intruders marked with antibodies and eat loads of them. If the same intruder invades again, memory cells help the immune system to activate much faster. And this is the way how an antigen is killed inside the body. The structure of antibody, here you can see each antibody has 4 polypeptide chains, 2 small light chains and 2 larger heavy chains. That is why antibody can also be called as H2L2. Different types of antibodies are IgA, IgG, IgM, IgE and IgD. There are 2 different kinds of acquired immune responses. One is humoral or antibody mediated response, antibody mediated immunity. Antibodies are found in blood plasma, so called as humoral immune response. The next one is known as a cell mediated response or cell mediated immunity. This is known as CMI. T lymphocytes mediate CMI. CMI causes graft resection, such as if any kind of virus or bacteria, if any kind of transplantation of heart or anything is done, then what happens that the body has a power to recognize the self and the non-self. So when the body has power to recognize the self or the non-self, if any heart, any kidney, any other foreign organ is transplanted inside the body, then body treats that organ as non-self and it starts killing that. And this immunity is designed and mediated by T lymphocytes. So here we have completed the entire this topic. The next we will be talking about some other facts of immunity. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you very much. क्या हमारी क्लास नहीं चल रही थी?